Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Yesterday I tried to do a video and that was a disaster because it started recording and 40 seconds into it or a minute and a half into it, the thing just kind of died. Just stopped. And so what I did was I decided to do the things in a different sort of location. I moved the computer away from in front of me so that I could lay down my cards and I wouldn't have to worry about the other thing. So because yesterday kind of fell apart, I just decided that I'm just going to do a reading today, and that tomorrow I'll try and do the meditation again. It's always a little bit difficult when I get thrown off like that, and then yesterday I wanted to try and do a reading, and that didn't work out. And so it was like maybe the energies were telling me not to. But at any rate, so what I decided to do is I decided to pull my yes and no cards. And so here I colored in the little hearts, so they're like red. So this is to show you that when I pull a blank card, that it's actually a blank card and I'm not doing any sleight of hand or anything like that. So what I've been getting in the last few days is this sort of psychic. I don't know if it's psychic or if it's just me being a psycho. I don't know. But at any rate, there's sort of like this energy that's going around that is telling me that we should not put any emphasis on the evil woman's words, on what she says. And the reason is because there's somebody else that's waiting in the wings to disclose the information that we have been wanting to see. And this morning I saw an interview on Glenn Kirshner's channel, and if you're not subscribed to him, he gives great legal information. He's really really good. And the thing that I like about Glenn Kirshner over some of these other channels is that Glenn Kirshner does not put advertisements into his analysis. He does legal analysis and he does it completely independent of legacy media, and he is very, very smart. And some people say, oh, Glenn Kirshner should be the new attorney general or should be made attorney general just because he's so hard as nails when it comes to criminals and things like that. So that is where I heard this, and he said that they're trying to get a Freedom of Information Act request put in to get these files released. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but I've got my yes and no card, so I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to see, will the Freedom of Information Act request that's been put in, and you can see I'm shuffling these, that makes them look good. They don't shuffle like poker style because the paper's so thin, so I just have to do it this way. So will the Freedom of Information Act request be, will that be what, in fact, gets this information out? Will that be what gets this information out? And the card I get is yes, it will. So people are, people are seriously wanting this information on both sides of the aisle. So having this information come out is important, but it is what is people are focusing on. Okay, let me just shuffle this a bit more. Will the testimony from the evil woman, will that testimony have an impact on the things that are going on? And it says yes. And will it be in the way that she wants, or will it be in the way that we all want? Because it seems as though she's working in contrast to the rest of us. Uh, will this be in, and you can see I'm shuffling them. Will this be in the way that she wants it to unfold, or will it be in the way that we all want it to unfold? Because we're wanting the truth. That's the bottom line. Will this be in the way that she wants? Okay, they're telling me to stop. And she said it says yes. Will this be in the way that she wants, or will it, okay, let me try this again. Will this be in the way that we want? Will the information come out in the way that we hope it comes out, that there isn't the lies and the deceit and the stuff like that? Will it come out in that way? And it says yes. So, and there are no cards here. See, there are no cards here. So I keep getting yes, but no, there are no cards here. Let me see something else. Okay. Will we be satisfied with the outcome of all of this? Will the people be satisfied by the outcome of all of this, or will this just open more worm cans and create more problems? Will we be satisfied by the outcome of all of this? Will we be satisfied by the outcome of all of this? Yes, we will. Okay. So that is what I'm getting in terms of all of this stuff that's going on. But my feelings have been that the information isn't just going to come from her. It's going to come from a lot of other places and other sources. Let me just ask this. Will any of the information that comes out, will it be from anonymous? Because I am very skeptical of anonymous. Okay, so will any of the information that comes out be from this group called Anonymous? And they said yes. So yeah, some of the stuff may come out that may be from this group called Anonymous. It may come out. Also, I'm still skeptical. I mean, I'm still very skeptical. I wouldn't trust Anonymous with the weather report. So, um, this is because they just keep saying they're going to release the stuff and they're not. So, I'm not. I'm just not. I'm not really. Don't have much faith in them. Um, am I wise to not have faith in them? Well, let's ask the cards. Am I wise to not have faith in Anonymous? Am I wise to not have faith in Anonymous? Yes. Okay. Somebody's listening. So, so that is what I've got with those. The yes and no cards are really great, but the thing is I'm going to try and get some thicker cards because these are like hard to shuffle, and I just sit there and I just end up doing this, and I'm not sure how you know accurate it is, with these because they're so thin. But for now, I'm using them in that sense because I just think it's a really good idea. And the other thing is that using the rods and the down and the pendulum. Well, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna move the tarot cards to the side. I'm gonna just try with the pendulum. And you can see my hand is not moving. I'm not wiggling about. Um, show me yes, please. Okay, back and forth is yes, thank you. Okay, show me no, please. And then it goes straight into no. So my guides are here and they are listening. Okay, thank you. Um, will, okay, I'm going to ask one of the questions that I asked before because I just think that this is probably a good idea. Okay, are you ready for a question? Okay, you're ready. Okay. Um, am I wise to not trust in this group called Anonymous? And it's a very slow, but it's yes. I'm wise to not trust. And so this coincides with what the card said. Okay, thank you. So most of the questions that I asked got a yes response. Will the evil woman expose the big fat orange problem? Will Okay, it's not moving. It's not. It's saying no. She will not expose the big fat orange problem. And you can see my hand's not moving. It's just the pendulum is moving. Okay. Will something come out in August in relation to all of this? Will something come out in August? And I'm getting a yes. It's very slow and it's the movement is not very extensive. It's like it's a yes, but it's like a very I don't want to say hesitant yes, but it's kind of okay. And now it's saying no. But maybe it's because I'm rattling off about all this stuff, and maybe they're just saying, you're being annoying. Am I being annoying? Am I being annoying? Yes. So yeah, so we've got the one question that the two questions that I asked, they go align with the cards. Let's try the dowsing rods. I haven't played with these in like a long time, but we'll see what happens here. So I'm going to. Okay, Sunshine, are you here? Yes, you're here. Okay, thank you. Okay, show me yes, please. Show me yes, Sunshine, please. Okay. Okay, thank you. Show me no. Okay, she's here. She likes to hit me with them. So, yeah. Let me see. Do you like to hit me with these, Sunshine? Do you like to hit me with these dowsing rods? Oh, come on. I know you do. Yeah. Okay, there you go. Okay, let me think what the other question was that I asked. Oh, very funny. Come on. Okay, Sunshine, will there be big news in August coming out? Yes. Okay. Does it have to do with the monsters files? No. Okay. Does it have to do with election integrity? Does it have to do with New York and the election integrity case? Um, does it have to do with Rockford, New York? Rockland, New York. Does it have to do with the cat? Okay, no, she's not answering that one. Okay. Are there cases that are going to emerge um, in the states that are going to expose the big fat orange problem? Yes. Okay. Thank you. Um, um, People are saying in August this is going to start happening. Is that true? Will things start happening in August that will refocus our energies on not just the files, but on other things? Okay, yes. Okay, I'm not sure what those other things are, and they seem to be a bit hesitant about telling me it's about election. So, will things change in September? Will things change in September? Yes, they will. Okay, thank you. Um, okay, then okay, thank you, Sunshine. You're having some fun with these today. Okay, okay, let's see. I don't keep notes and I don't write notes down, so I just do this very spontaneously. So, is September going to be a catalytic month for everybody in the States? Yes. Okay. So we've got something coming up in September, and that's what a lot of the psychics and intuitives are saying, is that in September things are going to be happening, and I'm not sure what specifically it is. Oh, this looks like it's a bit rusted. I need to. I am. But I'm not sure exactly what it is, but they're saying that something is in September is coming up. My hands always smell like metal when I play with the rods, but anyway. Okay, so I'm going to see what the cards have to say here. And I'm going back to my trusty usual cards. I'm going back to the Gilded Tarot. Here's the box. It matches my dress. See? So, here we go. So Uh, we've gotten information that it's in September, and I know that the universe doesn't work on Yvette Standard Time, and it doesn't work on timelines of, um, it doesn't work like 3 weeks from now if something's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't do that because it's like when you say soon, it could be soon as in next month or next week, or it could be soon as in 3 months from now. So the universe does not work on the time scales that we are uh, dealing with. But, and with that said, at the end of next month, that's August, there's going to be an eclipse. At least that's what I heard. I think it's like the last week of August or something. I'm not really sure because I don't really focus too much on it. Uh, but there's supposed to be an eclipse. So I want to know if by the end of August, if in the end of August, if this eclipse is going to have anything to do with um, what could happen in September. So, so what can you tell me about this eclipse in relation to the news that's going to come out? So, what can you tell me in relation to the eclipse with the news, with regards to the news that's going to come out? Or in essence, well, let me just ask the yes no cards. Does the eclipse have anything at all to do with the events and things that are going to happen in September? And I got yes. So, okay. So now that we know this, or that we have an idea about it, will the news that comes out in September, will that be catalyzed by the eclipse that is supposed to happen at the end of August? Now, I'm not sure exactly what day it is. I don't know because I don't follow that very well. But this is what I've heard, that there's going to be an eclipse and that this could catalyze what's going on in September. Oops. Okay, so will the eclipse have an impact on what happens in September, the news that's going to happen in September? Uh, yeah, okay. And what I got is the Justice card. And the Justice card is what we're waiting for. This is what we're waiting for. So, in relation to this question, does it have an impact on what's going to happen in September? Very well, could. It very well could. The Justice card is about justice. It's about what we are waiting for, and this is how we are. We're waiting for this. And the Justice card is crossed by the Queen of Wands. And I'm trying to remember who the Queen of Wands is or what it signifies. The Queen of Wands is because I want to make sure I get this right. And and I am, as I said, I am still learning. So we got the Queen of Wands here. And the Queen of the Queen of Wands. Here it is. It says this queen is usually materially secure. By nature, she tends to be warm, generous, practical, money conscious, and often successful in anything she undertakes, including juggling a career and home. She is not afraid of hard work and would work methodically and tirelessly in order to succeed. So, with the Justice card being crossed by that sort of energy, this could be someone like Letitia James. This could be someone with that sort of caliber, someone who's like a prosecutor or a lawyer or something like that, and they may be coming out uh, to bring a little bit of justice. Because it crosses, I'm not sure if this is going to be productive or if this is an energy that is positive for us as far as what's going on, or if it's negative energy. So we have to wait and see. Underlying all of this is the Three of Wands, and I always see this card as the guy who's standing at the harbor, watching the ship as it sails, and how he feels about this this sort of idea, that of watching the ship set sail, the dove flying above his head, and his energies with everything that's going on. I don't feel very much with regard to this card. I really don't. It's kind of weird. In the immediate past, we have the Hangman, and the Hangman is suspension. It is what's going to happen. This is the immediate past, so this is what's going to happen in relation to what what is going to happen here. So we are in that position where we are sort of suspended. We don't know what's going to happen next, and we don't know how this is going to help matters. So, crowning the reading is the Three of Cups. And I look at this card and I see these women, they're dancing around, and the cups are there and they're kind of dancing around. And it kind of gives me this feeling of naivety or rozovas, or what we are thinking is going to happen, or what we hope is going to happen, and we're kind of just like going, yeah, it's going to be great, and there's going to be a celebration and stuff like that when we find out what happens. But I'm not so sure that's exactly what's going to happen. I think that what this card signifies is this idea that we are. It's kind of like that feeling of like having to go to the bathroom and not being able to. That's the feeling that I get with this card. It's like that we have to do something, we have to go forward, but we don't know how to go about it. We don't know how we're going to get there, and how we're going to come into that place. And in the immediate future, and what's about to happen, is the Seven of Cups, and that is the chaos. I think that what's going to happen, or what's going to come, is this sense of chaos, that we are not sure about what's going to happen, but we are seeing this sort of, um, as soon as something comes up, we're going to be kind of dealing with the chaos of the moment and what's going to happen with regards to that. So there's that sense of chaos. Um, Hopes and fears is the Death card. And this is endings and beginnings. This is not necessarily physical death. It is the beginnings and endings and beginnings. This is things are going to change. Things are in a process of change, and they are going to change, and they are going to, depending on how you look at it, would be for the better or not for the better. The how other people see you is the Four of Swords. And what I see in this card is this readiness. These people are ready. They are tired, they are exhausted, but they are ready. And this guy is laying in bed and looking, he's reaching for his sword. So he knows that may have to fight, but that's what he's going to do, and that's what he's willing to do. Um, your hopes and what you wish for is the Hermit card. The Hermit card sheds light in the darkest of places. It sheds light in everything that's happening. So when you have the Hermit card, you have that little guy, that one person, that one individual who is going to shed light on the situation, and they're going to bring about um, the change that we need, or the change that we want to see. And the final outcome is the Six of Wands. This is very telling. The Six of Wands, you have this guy, he's this false sense of victory, which I think is a big fat orange problem. And you have all the people who are turning away from him, walking away. They have no further use for this guy. They do not want him anymore. So what I get from this read is basically that the people are going to see what this person really is about and what his intentions really are, and they're going to turn away from him, and they're going to walk away from him. That, in tune with the Hermit card, is the light that's being shined into or shown into the situation, and how that's going to impact. The next card I get is the Nine of Cups. This is like the happy barkeep who is celebrating and saying cheers to everybody who is fighting the good fight. And then we get the Four of Cups. We've got sometimes some of the things are being handed to us, but we're ignoring it. And perhaps because we've been too busy, we've been handed things before, and we thought, oh, this was a sure thing, and that this was going to happen. So this is that doubt, or that feeling of doubt that we might have, that says, is this really going to happen, or are we just being strung along? And this is the feeling that I get from groups like Anonymous. I get that feeling of, you're trying to hand us something, and you're telling us that things are going to be, that this is going to be busting wide open. And as it turns out, it's just a bunch of baloney. That this is, that this is the, I've been bitten before, and I don't want to be bitten again. And then we have the Hierophant, which is the government. This is the symbolic of the government and the government's actions or inactions. So we're going to see probably people within the government itself that are either going to stand up and fight against this, or they're going to sit idly by and let things happen. And then finally, we got the Ace of Pentacles, which is a brand new start, new beginning, and this is the new beginning. So this is what I get for September. This is a sort of a feel that September is not going to necessarily be this this huge outpouring that's going to happen at once. But this is going to happen probably in time, that in time people are going to start seeing these things start to happen, and things are going to start changing, and it's not going to be like from one night to the next that things are going to change, but it's going to be gradually changing. And I think it starts in August and it continues into September. So that's what I get in that. um, but the one thing that is kind of interesting is I've been having this feeling for quite some time now that that we are. I keep having this feeling that we are going to be facing these issues, but in a way that is kind of, what's the word? That it's not going to come from a source that we think it's going to come from. So it's like what I got is, when I got the hit, was that it was not going to be entirely from this evil woman, but it's going to be from people in the background that nobody would suspect is going to expose it. So is that accurate? I'm asking the yes and no cards again. Am I accurate in my summation that it's not just going to come from this evil woman, but it's going to come from people in the background that you would least expect this information to emerge from? Is it? And I guess so. So I am feeling that this is what is going to come about, and I think that we are kind of on a journey that. It's as Libby said. Libby said something that I thought was very, very important. She said that we are too far along to go back, and we're far enough along that the only thing we can do is go forward. So I think that she's absolutely spot on with that. I think she's one of the most powerful, intuitive people that there is on YouTube. She is really, really, she goes really into the nitty gritty of everything, and she really talks about it. And she asks questions that other people probably would not even think to ask. And she goes down rabbit holes that I would not even dare to try and go down. So kudos, hats off to Libby, who is just amazing. Um, but with that said, I think that what she said about we're too far along to go back, and we're too far along the only thing we can do is keep verging forward, and that's what we're doing. So that's what I got for today. I hope you have a great day, and I'm sorry I'm not doing the meditation today because yesterday everything got kind of squirrely, and I just didn't want to kind of deal with that. So I'll try and be back on tomorrow for the meditation, and I'll try and get that up tomorrow. As I said, it takes a lot of time to put the meditation together, and if you If you're wanting a meditation, my suggestion is to go into my channel, the main page of my channel, and pick a meditation that I did in the past, and kind of delve into that. And it might be interesting for you, and it might be timely for you. But that is my suggestion to you in regards to that. So I hope that you have a great day. And I thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, for sharing, and as I muddle through all of this stuff. And hope you have a great day. Take care. And as always, namaste.